This is the first day. The wind has blown about 5. We hunted here yesterday. Hardly saw any ducks, but the ones we did came right in. We got some guys in, I don't know. We'll see. Stay tuned.
Right here. The old island blind, it was a really cool spot for us this year. And it's definitely different from all the other spots because all the other spots are surrounded by willows and it's just kind of tight pockets. Well, up at the island, it's wide open. You can see the entire farm. If they see your decoys or hear your calling, more than likely they're gonna come in. In this particular area of the farm, this is where the ducks use. They'll almost always be in it, whether there's food or not. And it's just a place that they normally roost. And the whole first part of the year, we couldn't figure out why we couldn't hardly show any water.
We were flooding up and we kept thinking, man, I know this pool holds more water, and it showed that, you know, there was 6 inches still left on the box, on the boards, and couldn't figure it out. And finally we were up there camoing and talking and at the island blind, and we heard water rushing.
And I flew the drone over the levee, and there is a gusher of a hole in the levee. So we're pretty much back to square one all of a sudden.
Man, once we figured out we'd get the water pushed up in there pretty deep, it was a really cool spot. It had nice clean water in front of it. Last year we had the pontoon behind it. Had some awesome hunts. I think one of them on last year's episode, we lit 20 or 30 or 40 mallards right in the hole. But the majority of them, it was hard to get them in that little tight area, hard to get ripples. The sun hit late, so we moved it out there in the open water, and well, it made a difference. We had some awesome hunts.
We finally got a big cold snap right at Christmas time, and anytime we get a cold snap like that and everything ices up, G-bottoms ices up, the ducks start using these deeper units out here. And it was the first day it was gonna warm up after that cold snap.
And it was thawing out the next day, and we knew it was gonna be a really good hunt, just when we knew we would probably get a limit anywhere we went. So we wanted to go up here to this blind and try it out. We shot 3, didn't we?
Yeah, there's 3 down.
Did them ones get up on our end?
Mike, shoot that one on the water.
Said she was a Christian saving souls in Savannah, and the Lord was sending her to Alabama.
One more time, one more time. One more time.
Boots, blonde hair, dark roots. Said she got a hold man, but I shouldn't be worried, though it seemed like she was in a hurry. Higher than a junkie driving out in the slammer, Lord, I hope I don't die in Alabama.
Yeah, but that was fucking awesome.
Decap me. What them got in here? Boger's aggressive.
Oh yeah. Let him
Boy,
be.
AJ, you're pretty aggressive. Oh man, it was sunny. We could see a long ways, and the ducks flew. They flew pretty decently early for as cold as it was. You know, 9:30 or 10 o'clock, they started flying pretty good. We had an awesome south wind, and there were 7 or 8 eagles that morning, and they go to the west of us, so, you know, way, probably a half mile away or 3/4 of a mile away. There's a pool, and we see some eagles swap down, and just a huge wave of ducks gets up, just a monster, probably 10 or 15,000 ducks. And that's when they knew they were getting in pool 3, and they were in the buck brush and in there eating on what food we had. And a couple friends of mine were coming. They were actually clients. A seed company brought them from Arkansas, and I said, told them the night before, it was Paul and his brother-in-laws, and I said, hey, we're going to sneak off to a spot we hadn't never hunted. Well, Paul knew what was coming. We were either going to be a hero or a zero, so most of the time I'll gar hole you in that situation. I said, hey, we're going to go hunt first light at a spot and just try it. And 10, 15 minutes before shooting light, there's just ducks everywhere on the treetops. I mean, flying everywhere. Thick, thousands of them. And we get a couple bunches down in there. There wasn't really much wind. They couldn't decide which way to come into the hole, so it was one of them things. They'd get started lighting somewhere else before we could get them in there, and it was just a situation of too many ducks and bad conditions. And the main point of that story is we know it's going to work, and we're going to put a little bit more time and energy into it this July and August, try to get it cleaned up a little bit more, and just we're excited about that. It should work. We're at least going to give that a try again, and just plant some food, woods, and strategic places just to try to get them flying over it more and more. And that's what's so much fun, is we just don't, there's a lot of places we don't know what's going to happen. So we plant food somewhere and it makes this spot good. We plant food somewhere else and it makes that spot good. And we're having fun. It's getting better, and it should continue to do so for a long time, because we got a long way to go.